These are helpful hints that will allow you to refine your search for ICD-10 diagnosis. Within the note, you can choose New under the assessment. That will take you to the Add Clinical Item space. The problem list will be listed to the left and the History Builder to the right. The easiest way to refine a search for an ICD-10 diagnosis is use a diagnosis that's already in the problem list. Choosing benign hypertension without CHF and choosing right-click will then allow you to refine the problem and have greater options for the ICD-10 diagnosis. You can also right-click over a problem, choose Refine ICD-10 Attributes, and for those that have attributes listed, the table will appear that will allow you to drill down to a more specific diagnosis. And allow you to refine the diagnosis further. Using the History Builder, using the search space, we'll search the master dictionary by using the binoculars to the right. In this case, we will choose gout. As you can see, there are multiple options. You can then choose the plus sign for the diagnosis that you are looking for, in this case, gout of the elbow. And that will take you to the select clinical qualifier that will then allow you to drill down more specifically to that diagnosis. Another option is to be specific in your search. In this case, we'll choose elbow, and you only need to put in at least 3 letters, and we will also choose the letter R for right. And then searching the dictionary, you can see that that makes the diagnosis more specific. To save one of the diagnoses to your favorites list, that is done by choosing right-click over the diagnosis and adding to favorite or quick list item. As you recall, quick list is for the 60 of your most common diagnosis use. Adding an item to the quick list will also place it on the favorites. The off-on button will allow you to move back and forth from the quick list to the favorites list. In this case, my quick list is on, and this is 60 of my most common used diagnosis. You can see that the ICD-9 and 10 diagnosis codes are listed to the right. You can use the alphanumeric table. This is of particular value if you're using a stylus. By choosing the letter, it will take you to the diagnosis that begin with that letter and highlight those in black for easy selection. You should also choose the notepad to the right of the quick list favorite button, and it will remove the ICD-9 and 10 diagnosis and allow you to view it in a more structured table format. Inside the favorites list, you can create folders. This will help you take multiple diagnoses and narrow it down to a folder. To create a folder in the favorites list, you choose the item that you would like to place in a folder. In this case, we will choose abnormal liver function. Organize favorites. This will then take you to the table where you would choose new group. In this case, we'll do hepatic. Choose close. The hepatic folder has now been created under the favorites list. To add something to the folder, you would choose the right click, organize favorites. You can then choose the diagnosis that you would like to place in the folder. If you want to choose multiple diagnoses, you can use the control key and then select another diagnosis and move all of these diagnoses at one time by choosing move, then choosing the folder and OK. This will then create the folder in the favorites list and with the diagnosis in. It's important to note that if you are in your quick list, the folders are not visible. They are only visible when on your favorites list.